Okay, good evening, everyone. So, welcome back to our session. In last class, which topic we have seen? Master and slave done, right? Have you done practice with master and slave? Any queries or doubts in master and slave after practicing? You can create. But by default, it is not going to work, okay? By default, it won't work. Hmm. So, let's start the concept today. In today's session, the first concept we are going to discuss is about like RBAC, role-based access control, which is very, very important, okay? So I'm not starting slave one, slave two, and any of the server. I want only Jenkins server. Okay. So I'm just starting this one as of now. So I'll ask you a question now. Like if you observe, whenever you stop the server, service inside server will going to stop or not, sir? So now I stopped the server of Jenkins, and again I have started, right? So now tell me, Jenkins server is going to connect or not connect? It is going to connect or not? No. Why not? Because is it connecting or not now? So now I have connected to the Jenkins server. Sir, how Jenkins server is connecting directly now? Already we discussed one day. No, there is a command called chk config. If you remember, right? I said chk config is the command that is going to make the service available all the time. Write the command chk config. Chk config Jenkins add. That command will restart the service automatically if the server is started. I didn't get the launch option. We need to say, okay. Okay. Have you connected with your mentors, Sai Kishore? chk config Jenkins on. So I'll write the command here. Just try to copy it. For example, here chk config Jenkins on. Use it to start or use it to restart the service automatically when server is stopped and started. Okay, that is the concept clear now. So if you stop, oh wait, chk, it is n came by default, chk config, okay? Chk config. Is it done now? Okay, so let's start it now. Like in today's session, first of all, we are going to discuss about RBAC, that is called as role-based access control. So for example, let's consider here it is your Jenkins server. Okay. So if I give username and password, anybody can able to log in, correct or not? If I give the IP address, if I give username and password, anybody can able to access. For example, here I have two users. User one is going to be fresher. User two is going to be experience. Sir, for fresher, can we give full access? No. Maximum we can give build option, right? Okay. If you try to give configuration option, or if I try to give delete option, he might change the configuration, or he might delete the job, right? For that purpose, what we will do is we will create the user and we will restrict the user. What we're going to do? Create the user and restrict the user. How you are going to create that user and how you are going to restrict the user means by using the concept called RBAC, role based access control. What is the meaning of RBAC? So in the concept of RBAC, for example, if you go and see the Jenkins main server here, see, here I can able to build now, I can able to configure, I can able to delete the project, as well as I can be able to create the new project also, right? I can do all of the stuff. So then what I'm going to do is, how first of all, I'll create a user here. Okay, what I will create? How to create user? Manage Jenkins. Here you can see option called users. Are you seeing this one? For example, I want to create a user. Okay, so user number one, I want to create user number two, or you can create single user also for verification. So user number one is going to be like name called Ramesh. Let me remove this line here. It's your last notes. Okay, so here I'll have two users. First of all, Suresh is the fresher and Ramesh is going to be experienced user. For that purpose, what I'll do? So here I'll create a user called Suresh is the user. Is the user got created here? Now, second user I'll create. Click on create user. Second user is going to be Ramesh. Are you seeing both users got created here? Again, one more time here. RBAC, role-based access control. This main purpose is to restrict the user to perform from all activities in Jenkins. Okay. To restrict the user to perform. Wait, this definition is user to perform all activities in Jenkins. Okay. So here I created two users. First of all, Suresh, he is the fresher and Ramesh is going to be experienced. First of all, what I have done, I go to step number one to create a user. I click on manage Jenkins, user, create user, and I have given Suresh as a fresher. Of course, you can create one more user also, Ramesh, I have shown you. Now, if I try to log in with that user, see what will happen. How to log in? First of all, take the public IP address and port number. Guys, for practice, try to use separate browser. Why? Because if you do this on same browser, your current session will be logged off. Got my point? See, I'm using Mozilla Firefox here. If I try to log in as Suresh user or Ramesh user, my current session will be log off. For that purpose, what I'll do? I'll create a separate tab here. So here user is Suresh. Click on sign in. Am I able to log into the user here? Sir, can he able to perform whatever he wants, sir? For example, Suresh, as a fresher, he tried to log in. What he have done, he click on this, he try to delete the job. This job is going to delete or not, sir? If I click yes, automatically delete or not. So to prevent these kind of activities, we are trying to restrict the user. What we are trying to do? Currently, if you go and see in the job number one, you have delete, you have configure, you have build now option. I want to provide only build option. Which option? So remaining options, I don't want to provide for him. So in that case, what I'll do, I'll go to here. In the step number 2, click on manage Jenkins. In the manage Jenkins, you can go here and you can download a plugin. Click on plugin, click on available plugin. In the available plugin, just type here role. If you type role, you can see role-based authorization strategy. Are you seeing this one? Download. If you go and see step number 2, plugin download. Go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, click on plugins, go for available plugin. Okay, so here role-based authorization strategy. Once you download that plugin, what you're gonna do is wait. Go back to the top page. Now step number 3 is configuring the plugin. How to configure the plugin? Go for manage Jenkins. Currently in security, how many options you are seeing? How many options? 4. Go for security here. In the security, we download one plugin. We need to configure that plugin. So go for authorization. Where I'm going from? So here by default, authorization means like, first of all, I'll ask you a question like, how many of you done AWS course here? Okay, so done. Fine. Here only? Okay, which batch? Okay, fine. So one basic question for you is, what is the difference between authorization and authentication? It is going to be like not only for AWS students, for all students I'm asking, okay? What is the difference between authorization and authentication? Hmm? Uh, to log into server is? Okay, then what about authorization? Exactly, correct. Okay. You also thought the same thing, eh? Then why you haven't said? Okay, fine. So remember, authentication and authorization are the two important terms as a software engineer you need to learn. Okay. Authentication means you have permission to sign in. That means for login purpose. Authorization means you have permission to work. Permission to sign in is authentication. Permission to log in is, permission to work is what it is. The best example I'll tell you. Let's take our class. All of us can come to class, right? That means all of us are authenticated. All of us are having permission. Why? Because you paid the fee and I am here to deliver the content. So all of us will come to the class. All of us are going to be authenticated. What we are? But here, who can sit, sir? Me or you? Why? Because I have permission, right? So I am authorized. Authentication means for sign in. Authorization means permission. Write this point, all of you. Authentication for sign in. I mean, like permission required for sign in, you can write. Authentication means permission required for sign in. Authentication means permission to sign in. Authorization means permission to work. So here authorization means permission to work. By default, it is telling that logged in users can do anything. But can we give this permission? I am telling that if I click on anyone can do anything, all of us can do anything. But here I am telling that role based strategy. What I am telling? Select that one. Why? Because here I'll create a strategy based upon the strategy only we are going to work. It is your step number 3. Again, go back here. Step number 1, creating user. Step number 2, downloading the plugin. Step number 3 is configuring the plugin. Every step is written here. Okay. No need to worry about the notes. Step number 4 is manage and assign the users. What is step number 4? See, like user for the role. Here you are going to create a role, and for that role you are going to assign the users. Okay, I'll tell you like how it is going to work for you. Sir, where we have to use command EC2 or Jenkins shell? Which question it is? Where we have to use this command EC2 or Jenkins shell? Which command you are talking about? Okay, okay, that you are going to use an EC2 only, like Shinikill. Hope it is clear. Fine. So next here, if I go to here, sir, previously you are seeing only 4 options right here, but have you got the 5th option now? Go for option number 5. First of all, I want to add the role called fresher. Which role? Click on add. For fresher, here I am telling that for fresher, I want to give only build option. Which option? And read option. Why? Because without read option, can you able to read anything? I am clicking on build up. Or otherwise, if I take read option, I am giving only build option. Which option? Click on save. For fresher experience, I can do it later. First of all, let's go with fresher. Okay. If you want to give experience role also, I am writing exp. For experience, can I give administrator access? Why? Because he knows everything, right? So I can provide admin access. Click on save. After creating the role, now you are going to assign user to the role. Click on assigning role. Okay. Here, if you see, are you seeing 2 roles here? Fresher role and like admin role. Click on add user. What is our first user? Suresh. Suresh is fresher or experience, guys? So I'm giving fresher role. Which role? Second is going to be Ramesh. Ramesh is have I allocate the role now? Click on save. Now see what will happen. If I go to the tab, if I click on refresh, I won't see anything now. I won't see. Why won't it? Like why I won't see anything, sir? See, for Suresh, you give build option. But before build, he need to see the job or not, sir. First of all, you want to see the console, right? If a user want to see the console, we need to give here overall read access. Which access? Of course, if you give admin access, he can get all this access. But apart from admin, if you try to give any other, here it is going to get this one. Overall read access is very, very important. Go to here. Click on refresh. Oh, wait. Try to log in again. Now are you seeing overall access? But sir, he want to build the job, right? First of all, if you want to build the job, you need to see the job or not, sir? Where are the jobs now? Where are the jobs, sir? Jobs got deleted. Then what happened to jobs? What happened to the jobs? Security? Hey, tell me here. What? Because we give build access for job, but have we given read access for job? Overall read access means console read access. But if I want to see the job, in the job, are you seeing read access? Click on this and click on save. Now go and click on refresh. Can you able to see the jobs now? That is the thing. Now if I go to 1, he can able to see the build option, sir. Apart from build option, can you see configure? Now what he can do, he can only build the job. Building the job now. Now if we try to delete the job, he is having permission here. Or at least he is having configuration here. Then what he is having here? Nothing. Only build option, right? But again, if you go back, even he cannot able to create a new job also. Where is new item here? This is how RBAC will work. Okay, same concept will be applicable to Kubernetes. In Kubernetes also, we can see the same concept. Create the users, we will use the roles, and we will restrict the user to set a limit of work. So next here, what I'm gonna see is, if I go here, If I want to give configuration option, click on configure and click on save. Are you seeing configuration option? How it came? By giving permission. Now, if I want to give delete option, are you seeing delete option here? Delete the job. Save. Sir, now can he able to go and delete the job, sir? Click on refresh. Wait. Permission not properly applied. Wait. It is on run. So you need to click on delete here. Yeah. Can you able to see the delete option now? So now am I controlling the permissions or not, sir? This is how RBAC will work. Now tell me one thing. Is the RBAC concept clear for all of you? What is the full form of RBAC? Bit loudly. All of you are below 30 right here. Below 30 or above 30? Then what happened to your voice? What is RBAC? Rollback or role base? Role based access control. Okay, what is the purpose of using RBAC? To restrict the user to do all the works. If I want to restrict a particular user, I can create the RBAC. First of all, create the user. Step number 2, download the plugin. Step number 3, configure the plugin. And step number 4, manage and assign the roles. Is the concept clear for you now? That's it. And the next concept for today's session is like linked jobs. Actually, it is very small concept. Linked job is nothing but here one job is linking with other jobs. One job is linking with, I'll tell you. So for example, if you go and see, like I'm going to the main console. It is not my main console. I'm gonna remove this here. It is my main console, right? How many freestyle jobs you are seeing here? Only one freestyle job and one pipeline job. Create one more freestyle job with number 2. So my requirement is here. If you go and see, what is my requirement here? I'll tell you. Whenever you build the job number 1, job number 2 need to be built automatically. You got my point? What I said about linked jobs, if you build one job, second job is going to be automatically built. That means these both jobs are interlinked. These both jobs are what? How to interlink these both jobs are, it is very, very clear. First of all, if I build job 1, it need to be trigger job number 2. Go to here. You can do this on 2 ways actually. But I'll tell you one way because second way is difficult for you to understand. So throttle build is not required now. So I'm not gonna use this one. Here, if we go to post build actions, or you can use build other projects are built. You can also use this one. Anything is fine. Okay, I'm telling anything is fine. Go to post build action. Here, are you seeing build other projects? That means after this project is built, you can trigger other jobs. For example, whenever job 1 is done, which job I want to build? Select that 2. Here you have the option. Trigger only if build is stable. That means if build number 1 is stable, then only go for build number 2. Or trigger even if build is unstable. That means even if build 1 is failed, go for build 2. Like you can see the options like this. Are you able to see here? Click on save. So now click on build number 1. So now currently build number 1 is working or not, sir? Now build number 2 will come on queue. See here. Build queue will come. Check it out. Are you seeing build number 2 came to queue? That means it is about to run. Queue means it is waiting to run here. So click on refresh. Initially for build number 2, you don't have any builds. But are you seeing build number 1 here done is here? Again, if I try to click on build now for build number 1, again it is trying to trigger build number 2. Again, build number 2 will come to queue here. See, after build 1 is done successfully, it will come to build number 2. Are you seeing build number 2 is on queue now? This is what we can call as linked jobs. Which concept? Linked job is a concept here where one job is interlinking with other job. It's not that much of important topic, but you can like just try to understand. In some scenarios, we might use it. Not 100%. We might have the chance to use it. But whenever you go for the concept of linked jobs, here you need to understand majorly 2 things. Thing number 1 is going to be upstream job, and thing number 2 is going to be downstream job. Okay, and even I have given the configuration part also, how to configure each and every step in the linked job. Go to job number 1, click on configure. In post build action, you need to select build other and give the label build number, save and build. Automatically build number 2 is going to trigger. So here, how many types you are seeing here? First one is upstream, second one. So if I go here, first of all, build number 2 is interlinking with build number 1, right? Build number 2 is above the build number 1 or below the build number 1? Below. So build number 2 is going to be downstream, right? That means below the build, like below the job number 1, there will be job number 2. So job number 2 will be downstream. Okay. But again, if you go to job number 2, sir, job number 2 is linking with job number 1 or not, sir? Job number 1 is above job number 2 or job number below job number 2? Above. So it is called as upstream. Are you seeing this one? See, if you are having a job, the job is linking with some other job. If the job is below, that is downstream. If the job is above, that is upstream. Is the concept clear now? This is what we can call as upstream, downstream concept. What we can call as? Have you got clarity about the linked jobs now, all of you? Tell me, what do you understand by linked jobs? Huh? To link one job with other job. How many types we are having? 2 types. What are those? Upstream and downstream. If the job is above the existing job, then we can call it as the job is below the existing job. And remember, upstream, downstream depends upon how you connect the job. If it might be above, upstream. If it might be below, downstream. Is the technique clear for all of you now? That's great. Fine. So next here, I'm going to tell you a concept called blue ocean. Okay. So blue ocean is nothing but enhanced version of Jenkins dashboard, sir. If you go and see here, currently Jenkins dashboard is like black and white, right? Correct or not? But if I want to make it advanced, if I want to make it like colorful, like if I want to make it to like enhancement, in that case, there will be a plugin called Blue Ocean plugin. Which plugin? How to use it means, first of all, go to Manage Jenkins, download plugin. Can you tell me the process of downloading plugin? Click on Manage Jenkins, next. Go to plugins. Here, click on available. Okay. And search here Blue Ocean. This type here Blue OCE. AN. Are you seeing Blue Ocean plugin? Click on this and download this plugin. It will take some time to install this plugin. I'll wait for it. Are you seeing this one? Go back to the top page. Sir, currently it is your dashboard, right? If I want to make it enhancement, if I want to make it advanced, click on Open Blue Ocean. What just happened, sir, here? Console changed or not, sir? It is your job number 1. It's your pipeline. It's your job number 2. Now try to run any job 1. So click on here and click on run. Is job 1 building or not, sir? No. Click on status. The moment if you go for status, are you seeing everything is showing on live or not, sir? Okay. And if you go to changes, you can see like what are the changes. Currently, there are no changes here. If you go for test, you can see the test here. Right. Just come back here once, go for pipeline. I'll show you the stages actually. It is freestyle job or pipeline job, guys? Freestyle job. You can see the end-to-end log. But if you run the pipeline job, I'll tell you how to run the pipeline job. Come back here. Okay. If you want to run pipeline, so how you can run pipeline, I'll show you. Just come back. Click on pipeline. Click on run. Now if you go and check here status, checkout is doing now. After checkout, what is the stage? Build. But one more thing guys here, the slave to, we selected this on slave to actually, but slave to is on offline. It is not going to build. So I will show you how to disable this one. You can configure here. Click on configure there. Go to pipeline here. So I'm going to give agent any. Why? Because slave to is currently on which state? Why slave to gone to offline status? Slave to server is on stopped state. Which state? I activated only one server. So give here agent any. Agent any means it is going to build on default node now. Now go back here and click on rerun one more time. Stop this one first of all and try to run it one more time. Click on run. Job running now. Current checkout is done. Are you seeing build process here? Seeing it or not? It is generating the live logs here. After build, is it going to test now? Are you seeing live logs or not, sir? After test, it is going to convert into. Are you seeing artifact is done now? And finally, code quality. Is it performing the operation or not, sir? So by default, it is going to fail. Why? Because we haven't configured properly. Already we seen it. Code quality we need to configure in some separate location. Okay. But again, is the pipeline running or not, sir, perfectly? Whatever the things you are doing on normal dashboard, same thing you can do it on the Jenkins pipeline also. Like, in Blue Ocean plugin also. But what is the difference between classic dashboard and Blue Ocean? Means enhancement. What it is? Again, if you want to go to normal dashboard, are you seeing this arrow mark? Go to classic. Click on go to classic. You will come to normal dashboard. Is it your normal dashboard or not, sir? If you want to go to Blue Ocean, click here. Or if you want to come out, click here. Clear now? Lot of companies will not use Blue Ocean. Why? Because they might not aware of that plugin. But for enhancement, if you ask me, we will use Blue Ocean, sir. It will provide a very good user interface of Jenkins. Concept clear now? Fine. What is the first concept of the day? RBAC. Why we use it RBAC? To restrict the user to perform all the activities, right? We create user, we download plugin, we configure the user and create the role. Step number, concept number 2, linked jobs. What is linked job? Link one job with another job. And next one, Blue Ocean. What is Blue Ocean? To enhance the dashboard. Are these 3 concepts clear for everyone? Or are you having any doubts or queries? Online, what about you? Can you please confirm, are these concepts clear or not for you? Fine. Matkar, like if you are having any queries, don't worry, I'll give unmute option at the end of session. We will discuss it, okay? Blue Ocean concept is very confusing. Srinikil, I'm not sure like whether you are listening the class or not. It is the easiest concept. What I have done in Blue Ocean, sir? Just I go to plugin, I download the plugin, I just kept it, okay? And one more thing for all of you online. So while I am telling the class, okay, please try to focus on the screen. Like if you are listening from online, so you might get some other works. If you distract from the class, so everything is going to be messed up, okay? Fine. Just see the recording, Nikhil. It is going to be easy for you. Don't worry about it. Fine. The next concept is going to be our Tomcat setup. All of you know about Tomcat. Have you ever heard about Tomcat? What is Tomcat? Tomcat is a app server, right? If I want to deploy any application, if I want to deploy any kind of application, I need to use Tomcat. Remember, without Tomcat, not only Tomcat, without application server, we cannot deploy applications. So Tomcat is a web application server used to deploy the Java applications. Which applications? So for this Tomcat, we need to install agent. What is the agent here? Java. Without Java 11, Tomcat will not work. Next, what is the port number here? Tomcat and Jenkins will be running on 80. But don't worry, Jenkins will run on different server. Tomcat will run on different server. So the main purpose of using Tomcat is to deploy the artifact. What are the kind of artifacts we have? Jar file, var file, and year file. We've seen this on Maven class. It is free and open source, and it is written on which programming language? Java. It comes in the year 1999. Tomcat came on the market to which year? If we talk about alternatives, of Tomcat, we have Nginx, we have IIS, we have JBoss, we have Glassfish, we have WebSphere. Okay. So these are going to be your alternatives for Tomcat. If you don't use Tomcat, you can use any of them. My point clear? But remember, guys, without installing Tomcat, you cannot deploy applications. Is the point clear for all of you? So, but we can use the script to deploy the Tomcat, and we can use manual way of deploying the Tomcat. So I'll explain you both how to write a script and how to deploy manual. First of all, we go with manual. In the next thing, I'm gonna show you how to automate. Okay. So if you go here, first of all, you need to do everything this on slave. Connect to your slave servers now. So go to your EC2 instance. I want to activate my slave servers. Slave 1, slave 2. So I'm connecting with slave 1 as of now. It's running. So log into here. So first of all, sir, here we need to install Java 11. One more thing, guys. By default, we have Java 11 running here. If you go here, Java version. What is the Java version here? 1.8.0. But if you observe, already in slave agent will be available, if you remember, right? But for Tomcat also, we need Java 11. In slave, if you are already having Java 11, no need to install. Sir, here Java 11 and 18 is 1.8.0 is available. I want to switch from 1.8.0 to 11. Which command I can use? Update, alternatives, config, Java. If you give this command, are you seeing Java 11 is available here? Which number I want to give here? Check out the Java version now. 11. Now tell me, in slave server, again I need to install Java 11. Why? Because whenever I'm having Java 11 already, so don't install. Next, download the Tomcat. What we are going to do? Step number 1 is downloading the Tomcat. So downloading the Tomcat means here, first of all, I'll go to dlcdn.apache.org. If you go to this path in internet, I'll show you. dlcdn.apache.org. Go to this path. Here you can see Tomcat. Okay. Scroll down. In Tomcat, I'm going for Tomcat 9, which is very, very stable version. What is the latest version here? 9.0.83 and 8.4 also having. We are downloading 8.3. Remember, in future 9.0.83 will not be available. It will change to 9.0.84. At that time, this link will not work. Don't worry, if the link is not working, try to check the version. Okay. Click on bin. Here, if you go and see, are you seeing Apache tomcat.tar.gz? If you right click on it, are you seeing copy link address? You will get the link. Same link I have given, right? If you want me to show that link, and here I have given the same thing for you. Both links are same or not, sir? Now here I am using command called wget command. Which command? What is the purpose of using wget command? If you have a file on internet, this wget command will download it to your local. If we go and see, am I seeing Tomcat folder here? But this is on tar format. Which format? I want to make it untar. What I want to make it? How can I make it untar? There is a command called tar-zxvf apache tomcat.tar.gz. Are you seeing untar here? Folder untarred or not, sir? Step number 1, I download the Tomcat. Step number 2, I extract the. In step number 3, I want to configure the user. I want to configure the password. I want to configure the roles. I need to go to the folder. Inside that folder, I have a folder called configuration folder. Which folder? If you want to configure users, go to configuration folder. In configuration folder, there will be a file called tomcat user.xml. What is the name of the file? Go there. Inside Apache Tomcat, inside configuration folder, there will be tomcat user.xml. Go to here. What is the command that is going to show the number of lines inside the file? Set number. Which command? Go to the line number 57. It is the end of the line, right? What you're gonna do is from here, you're gonna copy these roles. What you're gonna copy? These above lines. So copy everything from here. And paste them here. Do right click. These lines are not required now, so I'm removing these lines. Make them on the correct order. First of all, what is the role name here? See, whenever I want to log into Tomcat server, I need to use the role. First role is manager GUI, role number 1. Second role is going to be manager script. Username is going to be by default Tomcat, and password is going to be my password. So I can give whatever password I want. Some people in practice try to give password like this. Okay. But when you are giving password, remove these arrows. Lot of people will do mistake here only. Don't do this mistake. Give the plain text format. Okay. And coming to the roles, how many roles you configured here? 2 roles. Role number 1, manager GUI, comma, role number 2, manager script. Okay. These roles use it to log into our Tomcat server. Sir. These roles use it to what? Log into our Tomcat server. Is the concept clear now? First of all, I go to Tomcat user.xml file, which is inside configuration folder. I try to give these roles. I copied the lines, I pasted here. First role is manager GUI, manager script, and Tomcat user and password. Given now. And I need to use one more file. Like I want to edit one more file that is inside this folder. Again, if you go to VM Apache Tomcat, inside Apache Tomcat, I have a folder called web app. Which folder it is? Inside web app, I have a folder called manager. Inside manager, I have a folder called meta-inf. Here there is a file called context.xml. Which file? Again, what is the command to set line number? See line number set number. I want to remove line number 21 and 22, sir. What is the command to go to line number 21? Colon 21 or 21 GG. Remove the line number 21 and delete the line number 22. How I have done it? By using dd command. Which command? Now save it. What I have done here? I just saved it. Now, the final step is to restart the Tomcat. So now configuration is done. Entire configuration is done. What I have done here in the step number 1, I download the Tomcat. Step number 2, I extract the tar file. Step number 3, I go into particular file in the line number 56, 57, and 58. I added these roles, right? And after that, step number 4, I deleted the line number 21 and 22. Okay, how I have done this? By going to web app, manager, meta-inf, context.xml. Okay. In step number 5, I am going to start the Tomcat. How I am going to start the Tomcat? Means by using the script. Okay. Inside Apache Tomcat folder, there will be a bin folder. Which folder? Here you have something called as startup.sh script. Which script? If you run the startup.sh script, then it is going to work for you. So go here, sh, Apache Tomcat, bin, startup.sh. Is Tomcat running now? That's it, sir. Now go to here. Take the public IP address of your slave one. Why? Because Tomcat is running on your. Give the port number 8080. Are you seeing Tomcat here? Click on Manager app. What is the username? What is the password here I have given? Raham 123. Tomcat server opening now. This is the way how you are going to set up the Tomcat, sir. Is the process of setting up Tomcat clear for all of you? Then can we do it one more time? Okay, fine. So how I am going to do it one more time means I have again one more server called slave to server, right? Let's do this on your slave to server. Now this time you tell me the process. I won't tell anything. You try to tell. So in slave to entire same process. So you tell me the steps one by one. First of all, if I want to download Tomcat, I need to go to the path dlcdn apache.org. Here you want to search for Tomcat. So which version? Tomcat 9. Next 0.8.30. Go for bin. Inside bin, you need to go for tar.gz. Copy this link. So I copied the link. I want to download the tar file means I need to use which command here? wget. Which command? wget means webget. Are you seeing the tar file? Step number 2 is untar. Command is tar hyphen regex vf apache tomcat.tar.gz. Seeing this one? Now I want to configure the user. How I can configure the user? If I go to Apache Tomcat, so there is a folder called conf. Here you have something called as tomcat user.xml. Which one? Tomcat user. So go to line number 57. Okay, here you are going to copy these 3 roles. Okay, just copy them clearly. and you're gonna paste above Tomcat. See, some people will paste below the Tomcat user. It doesn't work. You need to paste it above the Tomcat users. Just give right click. Is it pasted now? Now tell me what is the roll number one? Manager GUI. Second one, manager. Username is Tomcat. Password. You can give whatever you want. Same, still also here I am giving Raham123. Roles. What is the roll number one here? Roll number two. Now after I want to go for one more file inside Apache Tomcat, web apps, manager, meta-nf, context.xml. Here I want till line number 21 and 22. Give colon 21, currently I'm on 21. Delete and 22 also delete. Save this. What is the last step here? Starting the Tomcat. How I can start with the help of script sh. Inside Apache Tomcat, inside bin folder, you have startup.sh. Tomcat started now. What's the port number of Tomcat? Click on manager app. Username is, password is, don't say. So done or not, guys? So this is the way how you are going to set up the Tomcat. Is the process clear for all of you know? So if you set up this, your Tomcat is completely done. So Tomcat setup is very, very easy. Doesn't need to work anymore. Why? Because each and every step by step, line by line, word by word, I have given on your document. If you see in this document, are you seeing everything of setup here? So if you follow this one, the setup is going to be very, very easy. Okay. After setup is done, you need to copy public IP address, port number 8080. You need to click on manager apps. Go for username Tomcat and password Raham123. Fine. Think SonarCube is done right already? Fine. So there is one more thing called as that is JFrog. It is artifactory. We can call it as. Have you ever heard about artifactory setup? JFrog or Nexus. Basically, it is one of the artifactory. Okay. You are getting var file and jar files, right? So var files and jar files you can store on artifactory. Where you can store on? We have two artifactory types. JFrog we have. Nexus also we are going to have. You can use any of them. Okay. So let's go with Nexus. Already JFrog script I have given here, but I'll explain Nexus. Why? Because in your syllabus also, I think I mentioned Nexus, but at the end of the day, it is JFrog or Nexus. Everything is going to be same. How to set up an artifactory means, again, we have script for it. No need to worry about that one. Create a new server with T2 medium. What I want now? Launch instance. So here I'm going to have T2 medium, sir. So I am going to call it as artifactory. That is Nexus or JFrog. Anything is fine. In your syllabus, you have JFrog. Which one you want me to explain? JFrog or Nexus? Why Nexus? Any specifications? JFrog has a. I'm not able to hear you, first of all. Nexus also will do the same thing, right? Okay, fine. We'll go for your syllabus. Both. I don't know what about this. Both, not only one. Okay. Okay, I'll explain JFrog. Why? Because in your syllabus, I mentioned only JFrog. Okay, we'll go for it. Oh, let's go for Nexus better. Why? Because in real time, Nexus is highly advanced if you ask. So I take Amazon Linux 2. And if I go here, T2 medium, I want to take. What I want to take? And keep your name. I'm going to take it as Sonar cube, like sonar cube keeper we have, U batch also we are going to have. So Artifactory, I need to store WAR files. I'm getting 30 GB of EBS volume. So don't worry about the setup. This setup, I have complete script. Okay. If you want to get the scripts, you need to go to my account. All of you know my account, right? We go to GitHub, Raham Sheikh, 007. And what is the name here? Like all setups. Here, if you go and say, are you seeing Sonar here? Sonar.sh, PQRS. Are you seeing this one? Don't do anything. Directly copy this. Oh, Sonar Cube, not this Nexus, right? Nexus script. Are you seeing this one? Okay. Try to copy this script and try to run here. Automatically, within few seconds, your Nexus is going to run. Why? Because in the initial part of demos, I said every setup in our class is going to be automated, right? Even if you want to set up same tools on your real time, copy the script from my account, run them. Same output you will get. Okay. So this GitHub link you want, so take it. Fine. No, don't give like sorry, don't worry. At the end of session, I'm gonna give permission for you. Don't worry as of now, okay? I'll give the link for you. Give me a second. In the meanwhile, let's go for Nexus. So if you see the GitHub link I have given there, you can take it from there itself, okay? So it is my GitHub link. So here you have each and every setup. Wait, all setups dot git. That URL is not working. Give me a second, guys. This is the URL. Guys, you can check the second URL here. First URL is not working properly. Go for second one. Okay. So here what I am setting up now? Nexus. So go for nexus.sh. Without T2 macro, it won't work. Remember. So vim nexus.sh. Run the script. The script running now. Everything will be done from there itself. Is it running, sir? How many seconds it took? Less than 30 seconds, right? But if you want to set up this manually, it will take more than 10 minutes in a least case. But how much of automation we have learned here? Easy or not? This is what you are going to gain the knowledge from me. Okay. By the end of the course, for each and every tool, what you are going to learn from me, you can write automated scripts. For example, Tomcat, how you set up today? Manual. How much time it took? 10 minutes, right? But tomorrow, trust me, you can set up Tomcat within less than 10 seconds. How many seconds? I have some script for it. I haven't shown for you yet now. Okay. I'll give that script on tomorrow session. In tomorrow, within 10 seconds, if you run it, immediately it is going to set it up. Clear now? Fine. So now here Nexus is set up and how I am going to connect to Nexus. That is the main point. Nexus port number is going to be 8081. Tomcat port number is 8080, right? Jenkins is 8080. Nexus 8081. Are you seeing Nexus here is loading now? So in this way, you are going to set up the Nexus. Here we are going to store the artifacts. Click on sign in. Are you seeing sign in here? Username is admin. If you want password, are you seeing the path here? Okay. If you go to this path, in this path, you can see the password, sir. Cat. Are you seeing password? Click on password. Now click on sign. Are you seeing you log in as admin now? Now here what you can do is you can give your new password. So new password I'm giving Raham123 only. Here also I'm giving Raham123. Click on next. So here click on disable anonymous access. You cannot give anonymous access. Disable. Next. Finish. Are you seeing the artifactory set it up now? So in tomorrow's class, we are going to configure this one. As of now, I am not showing the configuration. I just shown you the setup. SonarQube is set up. Have we configured with Jenkins? No. Tomcat I shown you setup. Have I configured with Jenkins? Nexus also I have shown you setup, but have I configured with Jenkins? No. Why? Because initially I'll show you the setups only. In tomorrow's session, we are going to do project, right? In project, I'm going to show you each and every integration part. Concept clear now? That's it. It is the way how we are going to work with the project. Okay. Now you have Git. You all know how to configure with Jenkins. Maven, we know how to configure with Jenkins. And SonarQube. Tomorrow you are going to configure, as well as you are going to configure Nexus, as well as you are going to configure Tomcat. By using these 6 tools, we are going to do the project number 1. How many tools, sir? 6 tools. What are the tools we are using on tomorrow's session? First of all, Git and GitHub to get the code. Tool number 1. Tool number 2, Maven for build. Is tool number 2. Wait. Git and GitHub. Next one. Oh, wait, what happened? It is not printing. Maven. Tool number 3 is Jenkins. Tool number 4. Oh, why it is not printing? Jenkins. And I'm using Tomcat. After Tomcat, what you are going to use? SonarQube. What I'm going to use? SonarQube. After SonarQube, what you are going to use? So by using all of these tools, we are going to do project on tomorrow's sessions. Okay. Till now, we have learned each and every concept individually. How we have learned? But in tomorrow's session, we are going to do the project. Already project pipeline is done. See, almost all 60% of your project is done. Okay. The only thing that is pending is integration. How to integrate Nexus, how to integrate SonarQube, how to integrate Tomcat with your Jenkins. Already GitHub Maven integration done. Next, Nexus is pending, SonarQube is pending, and Tomcat is pending. Clear now? Basically, without SonarQube and without Nexus also, we can do the project, sir. But I want to show you some high-level project, okay? Why? Because if you know how to integrate each and every tool, you will feel some confident. Okay? That's it. Can we configure any tool today? Which tool you want me to configure? SonarQube or Tomcat? Just tell any one tool. If you want me to configure SonarQube, I'll configure SonarQube. SonarQube you want me to configure? Fine. So let me open the documentation now. In the documentation, I have mentioned each and every point how to configure. So here I have the Canva presentation. In the meanwhile, I'll try to call, open this SonarQube server. Currently, it is on which state? You need to start. It is starting. In the meanwhile, I'll show you the process, how to make it. So here I have the project, okay? Netflix deployment. So In real time, how it is going to work, I'll tell you. So whenever you are deploying the application here, so half of the project is done, I'll tell you. So till if you see the architecture, developers push the code to GitHub. You know this process? From the GitHub, you know how to take to Jenkins. You know this process of continuous integration, creating artifact. Now you will configure the Sonar Cube here. What you are going to configure? Let's do how to configure Sonar Cube. Right. So it is setup of Sonar Cube. It is setup of Nexus. Now go to configuration part. Wait. Docker, where is the project? Wait. Okay, let me start this one first. Sir, Sonar Cube is a service. What is Sonar Cube? So whenever you stop the server, service is going to be on stopper state. Wait. First of all, I need to download this PEM file. Like PEM file is already downloaded. What I'll do is I'll go here. Let's do one thing. Sonar Cube, I'll tell you tomorrow. The better thing is I'll try to configure like Tomcat. Why? Because if you configure Tomcat, directly you can do the deployment today only. You got my point? If I configure Tomcat now, without help of Sonar Cube and Nexus also, you can do the deployment. Okay, how to configure Sonar Cube and Nexus, I'll tell you tomorrow. Why? Because if you don't configure Sonar Cube and Nexus also, your project will run. For today, I'll show you Tomcat setup. That is better one if you ask me, like when you compare with all other this. Fine, go for your pipeline. First of all, if you want to configure plugin of Tomcat, go to plugins here. In the plugin, you are going to click on available plugin. In the available plugin, you are going to write deploy. Type deploy. Are you seeing deploy to container here? Install. Go back. First of all, you need to download this plugin, sir. Once you download the plugin, go to the pipeline here. In pipeline, I'll tell you how to write the syntax now. Go for configuration. So code quality, I'm not using as of now. Okay. So I don't want this one. Everything I'm removing. What is the last stage here? I'm going to use deployment. What is the last stage here? So in deployment, whenever you go for steps, the step you need to write first of all, deploy adapters. If you go and see, are you seeing deploy adapters here? Deploy adapter means I want to give the deployment input. So what I want to give? So how to give the deployment input means if you go here, deploy adapters. Okay. Go here. First of all, sir, if I want to deploy on Tomcat, I need to give username and password or not, sir? For that purpose, I can use credentials here. What I can use? But before credential, which version of Tomcat I'm using now? Tomcat 9. Okay, open this brace and close it. So first of all, here you need to write credentials ID. Okay, I'll tell you what is credentials ID later. Forgot this one. Path. I am not specifying any path as of now. Give comma. And here next thing you want to tell about the URL. URL means you need to give a Tomcat URL. What I want to give? Sir, where is Tomcat URL? For example, see, I want to deploy Tomcat on my slave one. Where I want to deploy on? So it is my slave one. Go here. Give the public IP address, the port number. Go to manager app. So it is your URL. So what you're going to do is copy this URL and give it on pipeline. Okay. So till here. That means you are going to deploy your application on this place. Clear now? Again, one more time I'm telling, deploy adapter means you need to give the input for deployment. Which version of Tomcat you are running now? Credentials ID means we need to give username and password of our Tomcat. I'll show you later. Path, in which path you are deploying, I'm not specifying any path. URL means you need to provide here Tomcat URL. What I want to provide? After it is done, you are going to write two more inputs. The first input is going to be context path. Context path means here you can give the name of the application. What we can give? What is the name of our application here? Netflix. Give it right away. Go here and give here comma. I'm writing context path. If you go and see for context path, P will be capital. So Netflix is my application name. Again, comma. So now you are deploying the WAR file or not, sir? Where is your WAR file? WAR file always will be on target folder. Which folder? So I am telling that here WAR file. Take the WAR file from a target folder. Inside target, I have the WAR file. Star.var means what? Deploy all the WAR files. Clear now? Again, one more time, I'll explain very clearly. I am going to do the deployment process. So for that purpose, inside step, I am giving deploy adapters. That means input. Which version of Tomcat I am using now? Credentials ID means I enter the Tomcat username and password. Path, I am not giving anything. URL. So here URL means Tomcat URL I am using. What I am using? It is my Tomcat URL or not, sir? Context path means name of my application. Currently in Tomcat, do I having Netflix application name? No. If I go to here, WAR file, sir, always your WAR file will be going to store on which path? Target path. Now that's done. And the last part that is pending is how to give the credentials. I'll tell you the process. See, already for master and slave, we have given credentials, right? Okay, same here, we are going to give credentials. Go for manage Jenkins. And again, how to give credentials also here I have given. Where if you go and see, are you seeing adding credentials to Jenkins? Go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, credentials. You need to click on global credentials. Okay, like giving credential is very easy, guys. I'll tell you. Go to credentials. Okay, here you need to click on global. Where you need to click on? So already these are your slave credentials. Click on add credential. Username with password. Scope is global. What is the username for Tomcat? What is the password? Done. So now here ID I am giving it for my slave one. So I am raising it like what I can give is S1. What I'm giving it? For my clarity I'm giving. Okay. So or like you can give one. For better reason you can give one. Okay. Click on create. Are you seeing Tomcat credential is added now? Now what you can do is directly you can give this credential one. What you can give? Or if you want to configure on one more way, I'll tell you. Delete this one. I'll explain this process one more time for you. Click on add credentials. Click on username with password. What is the username? What is the password? If you want to give ID, you can give ID. If you don't want to give ID, don't give any ID. Click on create. You can get one default ID. Are you seeing this default ID? Copy this ID and paste it here now. That's it, sir. Is configuration done now? This is how you are going to configure Tomcat. Again, deploy adapters I am writing. Tomcat 9 is the version. Credentials ID means here you have Tomcat username and password. Already I have shown you. Path I'm not giving anything. URL. It is your Tomcat URL. Context path means name of the application is Netflix. WAR file. Inside target you have the WAR file. You are going to deploy it. Click on save. Don't do anything. Click on build now. Automatically your application is going to deploy. What happened here? Build got failed. How to check the error? Go inside this one. There might be some syntax error. I know. If you go and see line number 27, you have expecting a brace to close. Okay, that means there is some syntax mistake here. Don't worry. Again, go to pipeline. Again, go to click on configure. So in line number 27, it is expecting here. Wait, this is completely gone wrong. Deployment open, closed. Yeah, here it is. Are you seeing this? There is an empty space here. I'll try to copy everything here. Steps, inside steps, just give this one. Try to check now. Where is the issue here? Comma is there. Let me check it. Guess, give me 1 second. Here, there is some small issue is rising here. Deploy adapters is done. Tomcat 9. First of all, credentials. Oh, okay. The small mistake here I have done is only one silly mistake here. In ID, only I is capital, but I have given D also. See this one? That is a mistake number 1. If you go and see, in credentials ID, I is capital, but I have also given D. Okay, that's fine. URL is also fine. Okay. Now it will work, sir. Again, it failed. Expecting a brace to open, but found colon. Line number 27, colon number 32. Wait, a silly mistake actually. Let me sort it out. Okay, here you have the mistake first of all. In deploy adapters, let me check the syntax properly. In deploy adapters, Tomcat, credentials and everything is fine. Okay, the closing brace is having the issue here. Okay, now try to run this. Wait, what it is telling? Let me do one thing. For a better case, I'll write each and everything from scratch. First of all, let me write the CI pipeline. The mistake is very silly mistake, but again, it is taking some time, so which is not good. All of you know how to write CI pipeline, right? So I'm not going to explain this one more time. Why? Because everyone knows how to write this one. So CI pipeline is done now. So next, after writing the artifact, what I'm going to write here, next stage. So stage is going to be your deploy. Okay, in the deployment stage, you are going to write here steps. After that, I'll write here deploy adapters. What I'm going to write here, you have the pipeline already. What I'm going to write here, deploy adapters. Okay, open this one and close it. So in the middle, what exactly you are going to write now is, I'll tell you. First of all, here you are going to write here credentials ID. Credentials ID. Already have credentials or not, sir? Go to here and take this ID. Copy and just paste it. Comma. Second thing you are going to write here path. As of now, I'm not giving any path. Next here, I want to give here Tomcat URL. What I want to give? How you can get Tomcat URL? It is my Tomcat server. Copy this and paste it here. Okay. So manager HTML is not required till now here only. So now bring this back to here. It's done clear now. So after that, if you give one more brace here, oh, Tomcat is missing again. Oh. Yeah, give me a second. I think I need to give double quotes right here. That is the issue. So now give here, comma. And here next I want to give what here? I want to give a context path. What I want to give? Context path means name of my application here. So give context path. In context path, P is capital. Application name is Netflix, comma, and var file. Where is your var file? Target slash star dot var. That's it. Okay, if you see, like, are you seeing any mistake here? The only mistake that I have done previously is I missed this double quote. Now I realized. Okay, fine. So click on save and click on build now. Now automatically it is going to trigger, sir. Is it making build number 10? First of all, is your code is getting. Next, build, test, artifactory, and last stage is going to be deployment. Your application will deploy directly. So application deployed. How much time it took, sir? Only 2 seconds. Now go here. Currently, we are not seeing Netflix application, right? Click on refresh. Are you seeing Netflix here? Is your application running now? How it is running? By triggering the pipeline. Again, if you change the code, again, if you run the pipeline one more time, it will work. Currently, what is the Netflix version here? Version 2.0, right? What I'll do now is, I'll go to the repository and I'll try to change the code now one more time for your clarity. So click on sign in. So it is my GitHub account where I have the Jenkins Java code. So go to here, take it and go to source. Just try to update index.jsp inside main folder. Inside web application, here you have index.jsp. Are you seeing this one? Click on this plus symbol. I mean, like that symbol, and take it off version 3. I am taking. What I am taking? Oh, no, not this one. This is 7 only. Here I want to change version 3.0. What I want to change? Commit the change. Sir, if developer change the code, what we will do? Click on build now. Automatically, this is going to trigger each and every job, sir. So checkout done, build done, test done, artifactory is creating, and you are going to deploy the application. Is your application deploying now? How it is deploying? Automatically or manually? Automatically. If I give a single link, application is deploying. Now, if I go and click on refresh, all of you will get the same application. Are you getting or not, sir? Netflix 3.0? So this is the way how we are going to deploy the application on real time. So that's it. It is the way how you are going to integrate the Tomcat with your Jenkins. And again, I'm telling, integrating both SonarQube and Nexus are going to be optional. Okay, in real time, directly there is no necessity to integrate both SonarQube and Nexus, but I'll show you. Okay. So that's session for today. So first of all, I'm gonna stop each and every server, and tomorrow's class I'm gonna use the same server. Okay. Why? Because I want to show you integrator of like both SonarQube and Nexus. Okay. Fine. And I'm gonna give these notes for all of you. Guys, there are still some other concepts pending. Don't worry about that concepts that we will see on tomorrow's session. Okay. So today I started with RBAC. SonarQube is already done on last session. JFrog also I'm giving for your additional knowledge. Okay. Just try to take the JFrog. The batch now. And you know where we to take Nexus from, right? So if you go to my GitHub, in the GitHub, you can take the Nexus script. That's it. So I'll upload the notes on your channel, so you can take it from there. So now before wrapping, any doubts or any queries on today's session? All right. So yeah. Okay. Can you speak a bit louder? Those are by default actually. You need to provide. Why? Because if you don't give username and password, if you don't give URL, how the Tomcat will know where to deploy? So we need to provide the input. I need to give Tomcat username password. I need to give the URL. I need to give the target folder. From there, Tomcat will work actually. If you don't provide that, it is not going to work for you. Fields will differ. I'll show on tomorrow session, right? It is going to be different. Don't worry about it. You know, online, if you are having any doubts or queries, you can raise your hand. I'll give unmute option for you to speak. So Anu, JFrog also same purpose, Anu. Whatever the purpose you are using Sonar, same purpose you will use for JFrog also. Okay. Hope it is clear. Yeah. So in Slave, if you want to create your own workspace, like go to the same process, whatever I said for you, give the same permission. By default in Slave, do you have Jenkins? You won't have, right? So for that purpose, what you want to do? You want to create the Jenkins user, you want to give permission. Otherwise, it doesn't work for you. Okay. Yeah. Sure, Nikhil, you can ask. So again, notes on your classroom, like you can take it from there. Got it. What is the difference between input parameter and parameter? Input parameter is a kind of parameter. Like the question is not clear, Akhil, first of all. You guys are offline, you can leave if you don't have any queries. So Nikhil, please try to refer the video, okay? I'm not sure why it is not clear for you. So try to refer that video. After referring the video, if you are still having any queries, you can ask me, okay? I'll sort it out for you. Okay, then thank you all and have a great day. Bye all.